The ultimate goal for me, in my teaching job is to create a diverse workforce of students who can give voices to different communities in shaping up the future of AI. And so what I want my students to take is they should be able to understand the mechanics of how AI ML models work so that they can separate the hype from the reality, and they should be able to make judgment calls about how to best use AI, what are their strengths, what are the risks or limitations in using these kind of models. So for example, I use concept maps. So the idea here is that I give them a big picture of where the particular concept lies, whichever one I'm teaching in a particular lecture, and it kind of like acts as a guiding light for the students so that they don't get lost. Apart from that, I also use some of these strategies to keep the students engaged. I have spot quizzes in my course, and the idea is that the students are encouraged to make mistakes and learn from the mistakes, but it's a low stakes assessment, so they are not penalized too much for making these mistakes, but they do get to learn from these mistakes. Sometimes I just do fun stuff like put an image of a plant which I grew in my house, or I also have a bell. This is the bell.
Yeah.
So usually at the beginning of the class, or usually in the class, I give a break somewhere in the middle. My classes are almost always at 4 p.m. so students are tired, so I try to give them breaks. So to bring them back to the attention, I need bell. At USC in my graduation, I was part of this improv group called Vidusha. In improv, we practice a lot. We have a template for various games, various performance. We practice a lot, but ultimately on the day of the performance, the success or the failure depends upon how well we have engaged the audience. And the same thing is true for lectures. I just keep on taking feedback from the students or audience in this particular case. So case students, they are definitely very smart, very hardworking. But one thing which I find really unique is that they have this sense of giving it back to the community. And a lot of the students who I've talked to, they are not just here to learn AI or computer science. They are here to learn these topics so that they can do something good for the community. And it could be because they are living in Cleveland, they understand the opportunities that has been provided to them by our university, but they also understand what is happening outside the boundaries of the university circle, where the resources are not always that available. And in some sense, I think that's my hypothesis, that is something which instills in them this sense of giving it back to the community and taking whatever they learned or got from case and just using it to the benefit of the community. When it comes to students, in fact, the last course which I taught, it was a very difficult course. It was based on my research, so I was very passionate about it, but it was not easy. It was a very difficult course. We had the classes at 4 p.m. in the evening. And even in spite of all that, I got very good teaching evaluations, and I got nominated for this. So I think it just, more than anything, it just makes me, very happy that the students really found value in such a difficult course. They were not like, okay, why are we doing this? They really found a value, and they found so much value that they basically nominated me for this award.